tree.
And I've invited you here to discuss something that's very important.
King Geedorah, take me to your leader. Quick to claim that he not no snake like me neither. They need to take a breather. He been rhyming longer than Sigmund the Sea Creature. Been on Saturday feature. Pleased to meet ya. And came to wake you up out the deep sleeper. Like he needed to stop before he caught the knee drop. Even give you more zip than ZZ Top. When full bears thou shalt not more corner. Future like one more steps in y'all's corners. So-called rich, front if you wanna. When he spit electrics, don't be in y'all saunas. He only here to warn us what the plan is. The hour is up on us, it's bananas. Born alone, die alone, no matter who your man is. Hope he live long enough to tell it to his grandkids.
Hey! How to memorize anything. Well, that's kind of wrong, actually, because I'm not going to talk about numbers or long series of numbers, because those are just difficult, for me at least. So something like pi, which is 3.14159265358977932238479717184519716939375105820974945923078164078228. That is through rhythm and repetition, and it's so frustrating. So we're not gonna talk about numbers, but words. Usually, when you want to remember something, like a word or its definition or a part of a speech or parts of speech, you recite it over and over again, or you read it over and over again, or you write it over and over again. And this is actually not the best way for you to memorize something, but your brain doesn't actually process that as being important information. That was classy. Instead, your brain thinks, all right, we're building a skill. We're okay with repeating it and reciting it over and over again, so we have time. But that doesn't really help, because you always have the paper as a crutch. You have a visual aid. So that's kind of useless. But I'm going to show you the foolproof, secret way to learn something. And it's free. 1 second.
No snakes alive.
So you take your thing, whatever you need to memorize, and like I said, when you have it right on the page, you're just building the skill of reading it off of the page. What you want is to build the skill of memorizing that specific piece. So read it once. Read your whatever, your speech, your poem, your lecture. Read it once through, or read it slowly and carefully, and articulate everything. And then try to recite it as if you have it memorized. This is the key, and this is the corniest but most important part. Why do I keep saying it like that? Most important part. Believe in yourself. You have to actually try. This is a crutch, reading it off of the page, reading it off of the internet while looking at it, because, obviously, because you have no risk there, no challenge. And you will fail when you try to recite something. It's so hot. When you try to recite something that you've only read once, maybe you'll get a few words or a line or a few lines, but just try. Believe in yourself. You'll have this memorized much quicker and much more efficiently than if you were just repeating it over and over again. So try it. You don't need to rely on the paper. You don't need to rely on the source material. That builds something in your brain that says, hey, we need it ASAP. Because learning is mostly through experience. and having information just shoved down your throat or thrown at you, and regurgitating it back without any meaning is sort of a waste of time. And it's how most of us learned to memorize things. So next time you have vocab or a speech or anything that you need to memorize, trust yourself. Read it once, and then trust that you know more of it than you think you know, because most of the time you do. So yeah, you'll only get a little bit, and you might have some tries that are just terrible where you get none of it, but the idea is that you want to rely less and less on the source material. Each time that you read through it and try to memorize the material, you want to look at the paper less and less. So really, memorizing something quickly and efficiently is about doing exactly that. Believing in yourself. Get rid of the paper and take that risk. If you don't know what the next word is, do your best. Try to bridge those gaps yourself. But it really works. So try it. There's a link to something attached. I don't know what it is because I probably am going to find it right now. But try it with that. And if it doesn't work, I don't know. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, what's the meaning of this? Shut up!
Young man,